So what's up, everybody? Good morning to you. So hey, I finally made it. I'm finally successful. Sorry, I had my stocking hat on. You know, I got a hater making his first video about me, coming off of an Ian Bick video. And it's amazing the way that stuff comes around, you know. I started this video because I didn't know Ed Calderon's last name, and in fact, none of us do. I just had a really enjoyable conversation with Ed the other day. I'm waiting for him. I recorded the video, but I'm going to let him upload it to his channel so he gets all the hits and views, because I'm not trying to make any money off of this. And you know, to be honest, Ed's more likable than I am, but I've got this guy, this Flames trotter dude out of Minnesota, making hate videos about me because he says that I contacted him, when really contacting him was responding to his bullshit comment on Ian Bick's video about me. Asked him if he wanted to do an interview because he's sitting there talking shit about my story. Then he goes and does a video on me about how I'm a rat because I chose one side when I was a kid, which was to be a skinhead. I didn't choose anything other than to be thrown into the world and not want to be beat up by gang members of other colors. And so I made a decision. Then he tells me I go to Mexico and become a federale and choose the other side. You know, I'm glad that he did that video because it brings up an important point. I remember when I was sitting in LA County around a bunch of other dumb I'm just going to say it, around a bunch of other dumb motherfuckers sitting in there, and they're all happy that you're there with them. That way they're not the only loser. And then I got, years later, this fool in Minnesota, the mean streets of St. Paul, this fucking guy, talking shit about I'm a rat because I didn't choose to remain like him. I think the dude's like 5'2". Also, I hate bashing people's height, but I wouldn't have looked into it other than he made a video, and he told me he made a video about me, and I'm happy that he did. So I go looking into it, and this guy confesses to choking his woman out, you know, and that his big crimes, because he's telling me I'm not an outlaw. I don't profess to be an outlaw. His big crimes are driving while intoxicated, burglary, and choking his old lady out. But he confesses to it. You know, this Brandon Gilbert, I'll leave his last name out of it so I don't give him the ability to do a lawsuit against me, but he wants to make videos about me. I'm happy that I am not like you, Brandon, because I don't want to be the same type of dumb motherfucker sitting in a cell with you, because I couldn't pull my head out of my ass and correct my life choices. And as far as becoming a federale or whatever, I'll do what the fuck I want because you don't own me. You know, I continually get these type of comments under Ian's videos and other stuff. But I start this channel for good reasons, to find out whether or not people are lying on Facebook. And then he's telling me that I'm lying on Facebook when I got pictures of me at work in Mexico, and he gets butthurt and calls me a rat. Who did I rat on, Brandon? Never ratted on anybody. Not once. Ever. I don't call the police to this day. Ever. But you're sitting here telling me I'm a rat. This is like the type of bullshit you're going to run into when you start getting sober, because they're not going to like you doing better than they are. When you start doing videos to find out whether or not people on YouTube are telling the truth, like Ed Calderon. I still don't know Ed's last name. I'm waiting for him to post that video. If he doesn't post it here soon, I'm just going to upload it, not edit it at all, and let you guys hear the conversation. It's an interesting conversation. And then I look on this guy's channel, and this same guy, months and months ago, or maybe a year ago, made a video about Ian Bick. And then he makes a video about J.D. DeLay, and I'm not overly fond of J.D. DeLay. He makes a video about Valhalla VFT and all these other people. And you know, I gotta say this, I do respect him for at least coming up with some type of content and putting it out there. But you know, it's rainy today. I went for a short walk. Figured I'd come out here for a minute and address this dimwit's video. You know what? I'm glad that he made a video calling me a rat. Because there was a time when I would really care about what other people thought about me. You know, when I was sitting in there going through that county year, I could not wait to get out of that place and get away from those people. And by those people, I'm referring to exactly the type of motherfucker I used to be. And right now, I can't wait for my wife to get off work, and I can't wait to get home and finish my homework in my relentless march towards becoming a lawyer in this country so I can help people like this JD, or not JD DeLay, this Brandon Flames Throttle fool from the mean streets of St. Paul, Minnesota. Drinking, driving while intoxicated, and choking his old lady out, and he's going to open a channel about rats. That's fucking poetic. I love it. At least he's getting off his ass and he's creating videos. He's shot like 300 some odd videos or something. He's got like 400 some odd subscribers, about the same size as my channel. But he's accumulated almost 500,000 views. At least he's doing fucking something, even if it's just sitting there talking shit, which is more than a lot of people do. I was thinking about it this morning. I'm not a good Christian, man. I'm really not. I'm kind of fucked up. And then when you come back to the civilian world and you see these fucking pukes, and you have to remind yourself that they are made in God's image and that it is not your place to judge. But there is part of that there in the back of your head just thinking, you know, I wish. But then you have to get rid of that I wish, because you have to remind yourself that you're flawed too and that you need God's forgiveness. And so you wrestle with this shit in your head. I did grow up a certain way. I am putting these videos out because I want people to know on YouTube whether what they see on YouTube is true or not. I am putting out my whole past in case someone else going down my road that's confused could see it and think, hopefully, be wise enough to be like, no, I don't want to go down that path. And I do want to help people. And I don't want Mexico and the United States going to war because governments of all flavors are dishonest. And I do believe in freedom and that drugs should be legalized, even if some people are going to take a hit in the pocketbook, because we're no longer enforcing bullshit and we're embracing freedom. And I am honest. And sometimes it's not always pleasant, because my own past isn't pleasant, a lot of it. But if you think for a fucking second, Brandon Gilbert, I'll leave your last name out of it, I'm going to fucking regret not being like you. You're fucking high, dude. Fucking crazy. All I got for today.